Hey guys, what's going on? This is Sabio here, and we're going to do another segment of Acoustic Soul with Sabio. So, today, the song that we're going to go over is Billie Jean by Michael Jackson, the legendary King of Pop. So, a lot of people remember this song, this music video, specifically because of the music video quality, the aesthetics, the way it looked, and the song itself. It's a crazy popular song. So with today's video, it's a pretty basic, simple song in itself. There are two parts, like two sections, and you're just alternating between them somewhat. But I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. So for the song itself, it's going to be 3 chords for the first part. So it will be with those chords, it is F sharp minor. Now, for you who are intermediate, if you're an intermediate player, there are different ways to play that. As you can see, I'm playing it the Hendrix way with the thumb over the low E string. Another way some guitarists do it is with putting their first and middle finger across the fretboard and then making the minor chord that way. I'm just going to do it the way that I'm comfortable with, but that is an F minor chord. Now here's minor, right? It's not major. Major is happy, minor is sad. So it goes from F sharp minor up to G sharp minor. Then it goes, which is the same shape, it's just sliding up 2 frets. Then it goes up to A major, and then back to G sharp minor. Again. So, it's a very simple movement. You're not really changing anything as far as like chord positioning. You're not changing from this, or if you're doing it this way, you're not changing from this and then moving your hands to a different set of strings. It's basically all along the same path. So if you're playing it that way, it would be, then you move your finger down here to make it major, and then back. Okay? So she told me her name was Billie Jean, and she caused a scene. Well, heavy hits over, I still dream of being the one. Now, that's where you change. So it will go from that 1, 2, 3, 4. You do that. If you start from the top, you do that I believe 4 times. Yeah, so you do that 4 times. Hold on. Sorry about that. But so now from there, what you want to do is make sure that you change to a B minor. Now, there are 2 ways you could play this. Me personally, I like to play it up here. Once you do that progression, 1, 2, 3, 4, as far as like the chord, so 1, 2, 3, back to the second chord in the progression. Then you go to the B minor there. Another way you can do it is F sharp minor, G sharp minor, A major, G sharp minor, slide up here. It's the same chord, just different voicing, not a big deal. Depends on which one you want to do. So it would be she told me her name was Billie Jean, and she caused a scene. Go heavy hits over, I still dream of being the one. In the song, when you hear the word one, dream of being the one. That's when you hit the B minor. Boogie dance, and you could keep it there. Boogie dance on the floor in a round. She says I am the one who could dance on the floor in her eye, so on and so forth. Now, so the first part, I'm sorry, I said it's 3 chords. It's actually 4 chords. That 4th chord, B minor, goes in there at the tail end. For the second part, you know the part where everyone goes, where Michael Jackson goes, people always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. All that. What you want to do is, for that part, right? So you're doing the progression like usual. People always told me, be careful what you do. Now for that, it's just switching between the B minor and the F sharp minor. Now again, you could go slide up here and do it. It depends on your preference, depends on what you're most comfortable with. For some people, they just want to change, they don't want to move as far as like sliding up and down the fretboard, they just want to move their finger positioning. They just want to change their fingering to there. Other people prefer to have the same shape, so you can have F sharp minor like this, like I said before. Like I said, I'm going to keep it like this and just slide it up to the proper fret, which would be the 7th fret. It's the same exact shape, and you're just moving it back and forth. Just moving it back and forth that way. So, if you are doing if you're doing it either way, when you're doing it, I believe it's about 4 times. So, people always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. Mama always told me, be careful who you love. Be careful what you do. Now, that was 4 times. So, so if you're starting from the B minor, how many times you're doing it? So it's, people always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. So that's twice. 3rd time, Mama always told me, be careful who you love. Now, 4th time. This is the 4th time you're hitting this B minor, right? 4th time you're playing that. Instead of going back to the F sharp minor, you actually slide up. If you're playing B minor from here, you slide up 2 frets and make it a major, and you play C sharp major. Okay, so, or if you're playing it up here, you move up 2 frets, like that. So that second part, the pre-chorus, which is the B section, is, once again, people always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. Mama always told me, be careful who you love. Be careful what you do before life becomes a truth. Hey, but Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one. But the kid is not my son. She says I am the one, but the kid is not my son. For 40 days and so on and so forth. Now, as you heard, it was just a little bit of a change, but if you listen back to the song, it's a lead up. It leads back. It leads up. That chord is I believe, I don't want to say it's a leading tone. I'm not sure. I don't remember the exact terminology for it, but that chord sets you up for it to go somewhere. The sound sets up. That chord sets up the sound to go somewhere, and so it goes back to the top, as you heard, doing the same exact chord progression that you did in the verse. So the verse and the chorus are going to be the exact same chord progressions. It will always be F sharp minor, G sharp minor, A major, G sharp minor, and you do that again, and then to the B minor, back to the F sharp minor. So that's the verse and chorus. Pre-chorus, like I said, will always be B minor. I'll play it up here. Right? People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. So, that continues 4 times, and then on the fourth time you hit that B minor, you slide up to the C sharp major. So you can do that. Now, when you're performing this song, usually there isn't a lot of room to do some soloing or anything like that. So like. So it can be, but it's not necessary because it's such a famous song. If you're with a band, if you're able to play with a band, I would say then that's when you put in a solo. You don't want to necessarily put in a solo in certain places that aren't necessary or where you don't need them. You know, if you can, still do it. If you can do it, you know, and make it sound good and make it flow, by all means. I'm not trying to discourage you. However, it's not like it's not the most vital part to the song. But yeah. So when you're doing that, it's just those 2 sections. Most likely, people are going to sing along with you. So you might have somebody else hitting those high he notes up there in case you can't. But when you're playing this song, it's a very straightforward process. Now, with the right hand, right? So, as you could hear, it was kind of like staccato. So, that's how the song usually goes. You can change it up if you want to. So, me personally, I like to put a little bit of a groove on the song. So, it'll be like. So that's me. But for the right hand, when you are performing, it's just. So it's really just downstrokes, and in order to get that staccato, in order for it to be just quick, instead of, you hear the difference? That's quick, that's held out. So for that staccato, for it to be like right on it, it has to you have to use your palm, right? So as soon as you strum, put your hand down. So, and that's using this part of your hand. That's using this part specifically. Now, if you have other ways of muting the strings after you strum, then that works for me. Whatever is more pleasing to you, whatever doesn't put you through, you know, unnecessary effort. So yeah, that's how you do that. And when you get to that B minor, like I was saying, when the song goes, claims that I am the one, that you hold out. Wait, I totally forgot the words, but I am the one who could dance on the floor in the round. There we go. Now, like I said, when you're strumming it, there are different ways you can do it. You could do it, the way that I do it, a little more swing to it, a little more groove. So that's just how I do it. Now, again, it's all up to you. Um, However, when you're doing it that way, is your own little spin on it, and that's usually a good thing. You don't want it to sound exactly like the song. You want it to sound good. You always want to make sure it sounds good. But if you put your own spin on the song and you're covering it, then it gives its own little nuance, its own little level of uniqueness. So yeah, for that's Billie Jean. I think that's about all as far as covering the right hand and the left hand. I think so. Let me just wait. So people always told me, yeah, you could hold it out same way you do for the verses. You can do it in the pre-chorus. People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. And mother always told me, be careful who you love. Be careful what you do before that becomes true. Now, for that C sharp major, you might want to strum that a few more times so that we can really get you get that build up going. You want to get that swell going, so. So yeah. Now I know it's all covered. As far as soloing is concerned, so yeah, so I believe that is in F sharp minor. Yeah. I messed up a little bit there, but yeah. So if you want to solo over it, that is in the key of F sharp minor. So F sharp minor pentatonic, which I'll go over in another video how to really be able to move all along the fretboard using the pentatonic. The different versions of the pentatonic scale, and how to meld in the major with the minor. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that little lesson by Sabio. Make sure you guys head over to the door on Mondays and Tuesdays for complimentary clinic supplies and things like that, as well as food. I believe we're still giving out food currently during the pandemic. If you have any health questions or anything like that, I believe the clinic is available to make an appointment for. And I hope you guys do amazingly well. Stay safe out here, and